Hello, second grade. Good to see you again. This is lesson 4 of digital citizenship. And remember what we've talked about with digital citizenship, right? Helping you to become a better digital citizen means you're going to be safe online. We want you to be responsible online. And we want you to be as good a person online as you are offline. That's the goals of digital citizenship, right? So this week we have digital trails as the title of this lesson. Last week we talked about what should be personal information, right? What should you share online and what should you not share? And we looked at an example form that Guts had pop up when he was online and the things that Guts from the Digital Citizens should fill out and the things he should say, no, I'm not going to fill that out. Maybe I can ask mom and dad or they can fill it out, but I don't need to put that part on there. So we did that last week. This week, today we're going to watch a video called Follow the Digital Trail. And before we start, let's talk about it while I'm getting set up here, what a trail is. Right? What is a trail? So you guys are probably thinking, right, if you're going through the woods or you're going through a park, it's like a path, isn't it? It's like a track, something that someone can follow. That's the important thing. Like we can tell that a trail is somewhere we should walk, right? So that's what a trail is. So we're going to watch what I want you to look at here in this video. I want you to pay close attention when we start to the types of information that are okay to share online and the types of information that we shouldn't share online, and see if you don't recognize some of these or even see some new things. Okay, so let's check that out. What information is okay to have in your digital footprint? Well, first of all, a digital footprint. Here's how I explain this. If you guys were to go to the beach and walk along the edge where the water comes in, you're going to leave footprints. But you don't have to worry because as soon as you make them almost, the wave's going to come in and erase them. Well, we all have what's called a digital footprint online. And it shows where we've been, what we've done, and other people can sort of follow that. And they can know what we've left behind. So what kind of information is okay to have in your digital footprint? Right? Think about that. We don't want things that should be secret, personal information. We want to make sure that we're not going to places that are not just right for us. What kind of information is okay to have in your digital footprint? So we talked about right there at the start, what is a trail, a path or a track that someone can follow? And now let's jump into the video I mentioned, the types of information that you should or should not see online or share online.
I just don't know where all these prints are coming from. It's a mystery. Whom do they belong to?
You know, there's some footprints that you just can't erase.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about something we all do. We all leave footprints online. They're called digital footprints. Every time you go online to play a game, type an email, or search the internet, you leave a trail.
Really? I'm online all the time sharing things. I play online, I post online, I submit and send things online almost every day.
Well, since you're online a lot, you have footprints all over the place, and it's really hard to erase these footprints.
You mean I can't just clean them up?
No, it doesn't work like that.
How does it work?
Our digital footprint can get really big really quickly, so we need to pause and think when we're online. We need to be safe, responsible, and respectful.
Wow. So what should I be careful about not sharing online?
Never share private information like your full name, address, telephone number, your age or birthday, or even your school.
I guess that makes sense. But what's okay to share then?
I share personal information, just not private information. I keep my full name and address to myself, but I feel safe sharing stuff like my hobbies and my favorite things.
Okay, I think I've got this. I may have a big footprint online, but I need to make sure what I'm sharing is safe, responsible, and respectful.
You got it.
It still doesn't solve the mystery of these muddy footprints, though. Aha! Case closed.
Remember to pause and think online. If you're not sure what to do, ask a trusted adult first. How big is your digital footprint?
All right, guys. So they talked about there something that we've said a lot during these digital citizenship lessons, pausing. And I'm going to keep saying it because it's good advice in second grade and it's good advice for adults, guys, to pause and think before you do something, right? Really important. So we watched this, right? They talked about the digital footprint, which I mentioned a second ago. It's a record or a trail of what you do online, all the places you visit, the things you share. And it is very hard to erase. It's not like your footprints in the sand at the beach. So what kind of things should not be shared? This was probably the most important thing, right? Personal versus private. Private information, those are the things that should stay secret. One's full name, your address, your phone number, your age, your birthday, your school name, right? Talked about digital citizenship, private information, or no, we talked about digital footprint, excuse me. Private information doesn't get shared, shouldn't get shared. But Feet did say that he thinks personal information is okay to share. So we shouldn't suggest, or Feet suggests we shouldn't share our full name, our address, our phone number, our age, our birthday, our school name. These things are private information, right? Information about you that can be used to identify who you are. And we don't want strangers to do that. He does think it's okay to share personal information, things like your hobbies, your interests, your favorite things. Okay. So those are different, personal versus private. That's the big takeaway from that video, right? Personal versus private. Okay, we are not going to do this together, so I'm going to skip this. Okay, since we are doing learning like this, we'll save that for some other time. I do want to hit on this keyword, permanent, right? A lot of people, even adults, have trouble remembering that what they put online can be permanent. It can last forever. So you don't want to put something on there that you're not proud of, something that doesn't represent who you are inside, that will last forever, right? Because things that we put out there, once it's out there, we don't have control of it, guys. We don't know who will see it, who will share it, who will save it. It can become permanent, and we don't want that. Okay? So things that are okay to share, things that are not okay to share, we talked about that, saw that in the video, the difference between personal and private, right? Remember, I'm going to go back again. Private information that we don't want to share. Personal information, where's that at? Personal information, maybe that's okay. That's not so bad. But we don't want to share private. All right. So let's pause and think here for a second. Let's pause and think here for a second. Give me 1 second, guys. So today we learned about digital footprints, which leave a permanent trail about ourselves on the internet. So I want you to take a minute here to reflect on what's okay to share and what isn't. All right. So you don't have to do the drawing here or the writing. I just want you to think about it today. Right? The difference between personal and private, and think about when you are on the internet and you're sharing. Do you share stuff? Do you not share stuff? Are you sharing the kind of things that are okay? Because if you're not, we can always fix that, right? We can always change that. All right. So this has been our fourth lesson of digital citizenship, and it has been called Digital Trails. And it has been good to see you guys today. We will talk a little more about this during our Zooms, and I will see you later.